and today we have an exciting video. So every year around the end of June, early July, this sweet old lady holds a charity book sale in her backyard where she gets donations of books and she sells them for very cheap. And the revenue of this book sale, she all take them and give them for a home for the elderly. And I find this book sale to be very sweet of her to do, and I like to contribute to the revenue of it. So I always, for the past 4 years, I have always been visiting her at least twice every year. So suddenly a few days ago I saw a bookstagrammer posting about the book sale that it started. Because the lady is too old and she is not very familiar with social media, we don't know when exactly she gonna hold the book sale, but apparently she contacted this Instagrammer that she met from last year, and she told her that on the 5th of June the book sale will start. It is a little bit earlier than the previous years because she usually holds it at the end of June. So on the 6th of June, the second day I found out about the book sale, I took a leave from my work and for like half an hour, and I went there and bought some books. Her house where she holds the book sale is literally in the street behind my workplace, so it was very convenient for me this year to go and get back to work in less than an hour. The first visit was very rushed because I was wanted at work. Things were going down. So I bought a lot of books quickly, didn't film anything, and returned to the office. And yesterday I went for the second time and bought some more books and filmed the clips you saw just now. And what made me really happy that she actually remembered me this year. She didn't remember me the previous years, but this year she remembered, and she even gave me a chair, a small chair from her backyard where I used in the previous year to stack the books I'm interested in on the chair until I collect all the books I'm interested in. Then I curate them and buy what I want from them. So she gave me the chair and told me that of course I'm gonna need it like last year, and it made me really happy that she remembered me. I ended up buying 6 books on the first day and 5 books on the second day. I paid like around 22 JDs on all of these books. It is like the price of 2 new paperbacks, so that was a steal. Now let me show you what I bought from the first day. The first book I bought is, I believe it is pronounced Homo Du or Dus, A Brief History of Tomorrow by Yuval Noah Harari. So if you watch my videos regularly, you know that I've been reading the first book for a while now. I didn't make much progress from the last time I updated you about this book. It is a great book about history, but in the previous months, I haven't been in the mood to read any nonfiction books. It is a great book, but I just am not in the mood for any nonfiction. And now it is on pause till I feel in the mood again. But it is a very great book to the point that I wanted to read the second one too. The first book, Homo Sapiens, talks about the history of humans, and this one talks about the future. The second book I bought is The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy. I've been eyeing this book for a while now, and I haven't found a pretty copy of it, and I found it in this charity book sale. Look at the cover, it is so pretty, and it is in a really good condition too, and it is floppy. All I know about this book, it is like historical fiction, literary fiction book set in India. I believe it follows the story of a family in India. I don't want to know much about it. You know, in my book hauls, I don't like to learn a lot about the books I purchased because I would like to go into them knowing as little as possible to enjoy them. But I heard great things about this one. The next book I have is one of my favorite books. It is The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. Let me explain myself. This one, yes, I read it many years ago in Arabic, and the copy I have, I don't really like it that much. And last year in the same charity book sale, I bought the 1000 Splendid Suns in this same edition. And when I saw this one, I said, why not? Let the copies match. It is only for like 2 JDs. So now I have matching copies of Khaled Hosseini's books. And as I did in 1000 Splendid Suns, I will reread this one soon in English. The next book, and it is the only book I bought in Arabic or translated to Arabic is كائن لا تحتمل خفته by Milan Kundera. I believe in English the title is The Unbearable Lightness of Being by Milan Kundera. I don't know anything about this book, only that it is a classic, and I told myself, why not? Let's read a classic book in Arabic or translated to Arabic. So I bought. Will I regret buying a book that I know absolutely nothing about? Maybe. Do I regret it now? No. The next book is another book that I already read and loved. It is The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abi Dareh. This book, it is a hardback. I don't usually prefer hardbacks because it is harder to read with them. Yes, they have bigger font and prettier covers, but I don't feel comfortable reading them. However, this one, I already read it. I just bought it because I love this book. I love the cover, the colors, stunning. And it is like in a brand new condition, except for this like part where the previous owner cut their name or something. If you'd like to know what this book is about and why I enjoyed it, it is a book set in Nigeria following I believe 14 years old Nigerian girl. She came from a very, very poor family, and her father sold her to a rich man for a couple of goats and a bag of rice. And she has a dream of pursuing her education, even though she is going through hell in her life. It is a great book. I highly recommend it, but it is very, very sad. The next book, I believe it is from the same previous owner because of the name cutting thing from the first page. And this book, I also know absolutely nothing about. It is Untamed by Glennon Doyle. All I know is that it is a non-fiction book, a memoir of the author, and I read a lot of memoirs, so I bought it because, yes, I am shallow. I bought it because of the cover. The colors are so beautiful and it is in a very good condition. Also, the book from the inside, I love the color. I love this color so much. That's why I bought it. Do I know anything else about this book? No. Will I regret it like The Unbearable Lightness of Her Being? Hopefully not. These were the books I bought during the first day. Now for the second day, the first book I bought is The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out the Window and Disappeared by Jonas Jonasson. What a cool name, first of all. Second of all, again, I know absolutely nothing about this book except for the very long, very intriguing title. I don't own many, if any, orange covers. I believe like I have one or two. And this one looked cool, so I bought it. And it sold over 3 million copies worldwide. So if that many of people found it to be funny and brilliant, then I'm gonna try to read it too. The next book is Hidden Figures by Margaret Lee Shetterly. This book, I believe I made a mistake purchasing it because when I arrived home, I found out that I actually bought the Young Readers Edition. I didn't know that was a thing, but oh well. This book is a non-fiction book talking about these 4 young African American women who were a big part of NASA or the US going to space, and not many people talk about them until this book came out and the movie, and people say that it is a very, very good book. Well, I enjoy the Young Readers Edition. I don't know about that, but I'm gonna watch the movies to make up for the Young Readers Edition. Now, for this book, it will be a throwback to some of you all, but I never read it and I know nothing about it, and it is The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. It was a big thing on BookTube like 10 years ago, and everyone was raving about it, especially the first book. It became a movie that flopped, but I never was interested in it that much until I saw the movie trailer and I heard a YouTuber, I forgot who he was, but I heard his praise for this book, which made me really interested in it. Yes, I am way too late for this, but why not try it? Yes, the second and third book people say that they are horrible, but I'm interested in the first one at least. And it was for like 1 JD, so I'm not gonna lose anything trying to give it a chance. and it is about aliens. The next book we have is The Blue Between the Sky and Water by Suzanne Abdelhawa. It is a Palestinian novel. Again, I don't know anything about it, but I recently read another book by this author and I enjoyed it. So why not read another thing by her, because I like her writing style. And last but not least, رباعيات عمر الخيام in English. In English, it is the رباعيات of Omar al-Khayyam. I've been wanting to buy this book for so long. You don't even understand it. In the last Amman International Book Fair, I was looking for it and I couldn't find it in a good edition. I only found it in a very bad Arabic edition, and I didn't want to buy it and hate it because of the edition it was translated to. And I found this cute little edition in English, so why not? And I'm thinking of ditching the cover jacket because the inside is much prettier and neater looking than this fuchsia cover. What do you think? Which one is better looking, the dust jacket or without it? If you don't know, Omar Khayyam is a Persian poet, and this is like a collection of his poetry. So this is my stack. I'm very satisfied with this year haul too. I found such a good picks. This one, the girl with the louding voice, I was so happy and excited to find this cover. Yes, I bought a lot of books like these these four I know absolutely nothing about, but hopefully I'm gonna enjoy them. And the rest I have been enjoying or interested in for a while. Does anyone else does this thing where when they buy second-hand books, you clean them before putting them on your shelf? I take some wet wipes and wipe the book, then dry them, because I feel disgusted reading other people's books without cleaning them. And you can imagine how many dirt and nastiness comes on the wet wipes after cleaning the book covers. Most of these books actually were pretty clean except for this one. I don't know what the previous owner was doing with this book while reading this book, but it was nasty. I had to clean it with like 2 wet wipes at least. So that's it for today's book haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to see my future videos and I'll see you next time. Bye!